Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick video to kind of show you how to find the volume for a cylinder. So we're looking at a cylinder here with a picture. You can see a couple of things immediately. Number one, you can see that the radius for the cylinder is 8 centimeters. You can see the height of the cylinder in this case is 20 centimeters. Using that information, all we're looking at doing is I want you to imagine, to really get a good understanding of what volume is, I want you to imagine that if we were pouring water into the cylinder, you guys would all agree that the bottom circle, the water would spread out and fill the entire bottom of the circle first. And then gradually it would be stacking that circle, that volume of circles on top of one another. That's really what volume is. So if I find the area of my base, my bottom shape in this circumstance, and I simply multiply that by my height, that's really what we're doing. We're simply putting a circle on top of a circle on top of a circle, and we're doing that until we get to a height of 20 centimeters. So, using that idea, it's exactly the same idea that we've been using with prisms, and we're simply using this idea that whatever that base shape is, in this case it happens to be a circle, we're going to take that base shape and we're going to times it by our height or our length, depending upon whether my cylinder's on its side. Okay, if it's on its side, we would think of it as a length. How it's drawn here, we think of it as a height. So looking at that, all I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute into the formula, and I'm going to say I want to find out what my volume is, and I know my area, my base is a circle, and I know the area for a circle is pi r squared. So I'm simply taking that pi r squared and I'm timesing it now by a height. I'm going to substitute the values that I have into this formula. Pi I know to be 3.14. R in this circumstance, we decided when we looked at it before, is 8 centimeters. So it's 8 centimeters. And I'm going to times it by 8 centimeters again. And all of that is an area. And I'm going to take all of that and I'm going to multiply it by my height of 20 centimeters. So now it's just a matter of pulling up my calculator and doing some basic math. 3.14 times 8 times 8 times 20. And whatever I get for my answer, basically, is going to be my volume. So in this case, it was 4,019.2. 4,019.2. And we know because we have centimeters times another centimeters times another centimeters, my units for volume is centimeters cubed. So this is now measuring my volume. So easy enough to find the volume. I simply have to know what my area is for my cylinder, for my circle, and I take that area and I multiply it by the height. Nothing different than what we did when we were looking at triangular prisms, which in that case, we found the area of the triangle and then multiplied it by the height. Or rectangular prisms, we found the area of a rectangle and multiplied it by the height. So all of those systems kind of work. Hopefully that makes sense. Remember, if instead I had given a diameter is twice as big as my radius. So if this case my radius was 8, my diameter would be 16. That's really the only trick that we can get into with volumes. Hopefully it makes sense. We'll talk to you guys later.